Hello and welcome to Tuesday Night TerrorVision. Etep here with you, joined by Mrs. Co-host Trina. Good evening, Trina.
Good evening. I am so happy to be here. Looking forward to getting into this review. And welcome to Chris and Allan. Yeah, this is going to be fun.
Trying to point to the right square. No, welcome back, guys. It's been a while.
Yeah. Glad to be back.
It has been a good time, man. It's been...
I know. It's been way too long.
Yes.
It's been way too long. But I know schedules.
It was like a year ago. Hey.
Oh.
It was almost a year ago.
Was it a year? Right. Was it really?
Yep.
Oh my God. Holy shit. Jesus, time flies when you're fucking
crazy
toiling in obscurity over here. Guys, that's me. I'm talking about me. Guys, YouTube is really in the last 28 days, YouTube says I'm at negative 19 subscribers, okay? We were up over the 2,100 mark. Make sure you're still subscribed, please, if I could actually finish the sentence, get that out right. Yeah, let's see. Let's say hello to the chat here. Let's say hello. Let's scroll up. J-Man, never heard of this one. Hope it doesn't suck. Wah, wah.
Hey, J-Man.
J-Man is actually going to be our guest the first Tuesday in February for our next Giallo movie, Trina.
Okay, cool.
Yep. We just confirmed that before we went on air. So we're looking forward to having you back. And heal up, J-Man. We love you, brother. Let's see. Lurch Troll. Culture is irrelevant. I think that's supposed to say irrelevant or irrelevant. Am I missing something?
I think he's saying it's irrelevant.
Irrelevant. Okay. Well, I mean, culturally, we peaked in the year like 1999, and we've been riding the roller coaster downhill for the last 25 fucking years, minus a few bright spots here and there along the way.
Way before seatbelts were involved. We're just hanging on for dear life.
Absolutely.
that oh shit bar flew up a long time ago.
I'm hanging on out of spite.
Lurds, what's up? We got Lord Fizzywinks. I wonder if anyone would like me to sing the lounge version of Closer by Nine Inch Nails. Are you talking Richard Cheese? Because if that's the style, you get a little lounge against the machine. I am a big Richard Cheese fan.
He could do it. He could do it. I know personally.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yes.
What up? Manliness. What's going on? Bill Clinton loves this movie. Super fan. Wait, yeah. Manliness wants to know if you're going to talk about Raw from last night, Trina.
No, I wasn't planning on it.
Okay, good. Dave Shields, what's going on? Good to see you, Dave. Bones in the house.
What up, Bone?
What's going on? All right. Yes, Richard Cheese. Now, his version of My Neck, My Back by Kaya was... Now, that's something right there. That's something. That's something. My neck, my back, lick my... Oh, this is the wrong stream. This is the karaoke stream.
Yeah, what?
The member stream is the karaoke stream. But we got to shill some merch because you guys are going to want to sport this merch when you start supporting me when I debut at Super Shogun Pro Wrestling. There's my one wrestling reference, and I already have an angry wall of text from Trina. Merch spot, cheap plug.
Want some of the latest wrestling with horror merchandise? Just head over to the store tab on the main page of the channel. That's where you can find our original logo emblazoned on t-shirts, hoodies, long sleeve tees, and the classic NWO swag is there as well. So stop by and take a stab at new shirt with a bloody good design by comic book professional Vinnieart and show your love. For Wrestling with Horror, we now rejoin your regularly scheduled program, Tuesday Night TerrorVision, already in progress. Back to you, Pete and Trina.
There we go. There's Greg, my announcer. Thank you, Greg. Greg,
what a great voice.
Greg has a sexy voice.
Greg does. Greg was a find. Greg was a find. Thank you very much, AI. Greg is AI.
I know.
Greg is AI.
He's still sexy as hell.
He is. He does. When I heard that, I'm like, this is the voice that I'm gonna. You should have heard him sing Dominic the Donkey by Lou Monte. Okay. That was fucking fantastic. Yeah, Draven loves that song.
Oh, so we have a critic. We have a critic.
That would be that guy up there.
The people's nose. I threw that together in like 5 seconds. I mean, I didn't have time. There was no time.
No, I liked it. I think it's great.
Thank you, Trina. Because
Evil dies tonight.
all right, now let's talk about movies that don't suck. Jesus.
Oh my god!
Title card time.
You gotta suck. We're vampires.
I'd like to thank our sponsors, Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll.
This was a really great MTV music video with a decent movie wrapped around it.
Yeah.
Several videos.
I was going to say there is a heavy emphasis on the music in this, and oh my god, that's the first thing my wife said. She goes, "This band is terrible." She goes, "They're fucking terrible." Like, she goes, "This soundtrack is bad." I'm like, "Oh, it's not that bad." She goes,
It's not that bad. I mean, he wrote the movie and the
Yeah.
soundtrack.
There
Right.
were some really great songs in there.
Yeah, there's this-
Unfortunately, the band didn't have any of them.
No.
I know. There's this
Also-
one song that Jennifer sings, which I was like, and I wrote it in my notes. I said, this could be a 90s song. I really, I dug it.
Yep.
Yeah,
I see in the chat there a fun horror comedy musical. I would like to add action-ish thing because I'm not sure what it is, and I don't think it's sure what it is, and that's okay. Like,
I
do
will
you.
say
It worked.
the travel scenes with the miniatures.
Yes, I was gonna
So
say that.
cool.
That was
So cool.
I was like, it looks cool and it saves on the budget.
Definitely.
So
Yeah.
I'm like,
we got a bloody Indiana Jones travel map.
yes,
Yep.
that was absolutely freaking fantastic. Davian, what's up, my friend? Davian Donaldson. Moby as meat is great too. Yeah, I've never been so happy to see somebody get murdered by a vampire.
Yes.
Straw.
What was old boy?
Oh, that was great too. Yeah. There were some good kills in this one.
The dude that played Hugo, Chris Ratz.
Yeah.
That son of a bitch was
Through the
freaking
whole-
oh
through the
my
whole
god,
movie, man.
He
It
was
great.
he was just on. The dude, like, his performance was fucking great. Like, he
I,
was.
I loved how he'd always go, "Yeah, Hugo will do that."
You go do this. I take care of the gear. I take care of this. It was like,
So good. So good.
oh my god.
Jessica Pierre was really good in this as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell was she? Was in like SEAL Team or something like that. I think it was.
Yeah, she was also in Mad Men.
Okay. See, I've never seen Mad Men.
I haven't either, so that's
where
cool
I
to
knew
know.
her from. Yeah.
Damn.
yeah.
She's 5'8". She is fucking tall. Holy shit.
I
Mhm.
thought this was a pretty solid cast. Personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, like, Rob Stefaniuk. Stefaniuk.
Dude, we got like Iggy
Stefaniuk.
Pop in the most clearest of clears. Iggy Pops. Like,
Yeah.
that dude
Yeah.
was on point. and,
Yes.
like, he was just like, he's the voice of reason in this.
Yeah.
And he was Iggy being Iggy. It was
Yeah.
great.
Chill Iggy. Just chill Iggy. Oh, it was great.
Like,
Oh, it was so cool.
when has Iggy Pop ever been the voice of reason in any scenario?
No, he's the
ever?
crazy guy, like PCP.
Yeah.
Like he's rock and roll, bro.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
he's like chill rock and roll wizard now. You know?
Yep.
So my first time seeing this when they were in the bar scene at the very beginning,
Mhm.
I'm like, "Hey, that's Calico Cooper." And then I was like, "Hey, that's Alice Cooper." I like this movie already.
Yep.
Yeah, when Alice was the bartender, I'm like, he's got to have a bigger role in this than just that. And then you see him start showing up, as the vampire. It's like, okay, this makes sense. And then, you get to the denouement, as it were, and it's like,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. But
Good twist.
yeah, I didn't like when the one vampire, what's his name, Queenie, who was played by, who was that?
Dimitri.
Dimitri Coates.
Dimitri, yeah.
Coates. Yeah.
Dimitri Coates. Dude, if anybody was ever made to play a vampire specifically, it's that guy.
He's
Yes.
got that jaw.
Yep.
Like they can accentuate that just makes him look like
His
he's
jaw
gonna
and his
bite you and hang
cheeks
on.
just-
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has very distinct, like high, wide cheekbones.
Yeah.
And it really did with the whole look. It was like that classic, like I don't know. It looked good. It was
Yeah.
the effects, like makeup wise in this, they look good. Like
Yeah.
I thought I didn't think the vampires looked terrible.
Not much to them. They didn't have to, but like they accentuated the right things.
Yep.
I love the monochrome kind of feel you get from Jennifer through this, where especially she hits the light and she's just this color that emanates, and they accentuate the shadows. It's so cool. I like the way it was.
And I love the fact that all they did was basically give her red contacts and bright red lips, and then just pasted the pasty white makeup that just got heavier and thicker the longer she was a vampire. I thought it was really done well.
Yeah. She was good. What did you think, Trina?
Yeah, I loved it. I had a blast watching the movie, and yeah, the effects. I think they were well done, and that's a good thing about vampire movies is, especially with like kind of cheesy vampire movies, is you don't have to do a lot. It's just like teeth and contacts. You don't. There's not too much involved, but yeah, what they did for special effects in this, the makeup and whatnot, I think it was well done.
Especially Hugo, like he gets consistently bloodier
Yeah.
through the movie, where he's just like hanging. Go wash your hands. I did. Well, go wash them again.
Again.
Poor Hugo. They totally bullied him.
Yeah, and there's like, well, why not Hugo?
Yeah, like slowly down the line, don't bite anybody. Okay, first thing they do, bite somebody. And then like, don't bite anybody. And like before you know it, it's like everybody's turn, and poor Hugo's over there like, what did I do?
Can't be part of the club. You're just a roadie. You're just a roadie, bro.
Yeah. I do the equipment, and then I do over here, and then I go watch the door. Wasn't it? I was at one point they're like, isn't it your job to watch the door?
Yeah. Yep.
It's funny because watching this, Hugo reminded me of in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the TV series. Xander played a character like that in a few episodes, and he referred to himself as, like, he said to Buffy, "I'm tired of being Satan's butt monkey," and like that's what Hugo reminded me of. It was perfect.
Yes, butt monkey. I love it.
Why Hugo? Why poor Hugo? There's a lot. They got the comedy right in some spots. Like if you're really listening, there's some like offhand jokes that you hear kind of almost in the background. Like at one point where there's like when he says gracias, and he's like, "Near, oh yeah, thanks. I don't speak Spanish." Catch it off in the background. Like they slipped a bunch of those in there that I caught that it had me roll. I'm like, it's funny. That's
I agree.
I like that. What was his name? Joey. I like that his girlfriend Susan is like on a B science fiction show.
Yeah.
I love that. That was such a funny little fucking scene. I'm like, she's on this goofy ass looking sci-fi show. Like, what the fuck is this?
It almost looked like a Barbarella type thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Does she work for Asylum?
It's awesome.
I loved that set. That looked great.
I was actually thinking more along the lines of Trauma, but okay.
Oh, put that evil on Lloyd Kaufman. Oof.
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 That's heavy.
Marty, do you even fucking lift? No, Doc. What was I gonna say? Speaking of sets, the house that they take Jennifer to in the beginning, that's a cool set, and they got to use it, a couple times when you get Queenie taking her back when he initially turns her
Right.
to the vampire blood orgy, as it were.
Yep.
Whatever
I
was
agree with
happening.
you on that one, Etep. When I first saw the house, I was like, "Wow, that's a vampire's house. That's
Yep.
Yeah.
very well done. Yeah, very
Yeah.
cool. Very cool indeed."
I was like, is that the Myers house from Halloween 5? You know, because like it was funny because like the Myers house went from just like this small, typical like 2-story suburban home to like this like it's got like fucking what are those things like the gimmicks not like a fuck, I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know, the fucking cylindrical type gimmicks with the gabled roofs and I don't know. It looked way too fancy to be Michael Myers' house, but it fit as a vampire's fucking house. I took the long way to get there.
That's okay. So, what did you guys think about Henry Rollins in this?
He was hamming it up so much.
Oh,
I can't stand Henry Rollins, so I'm glad he got what he got in the movie.
Yep. It's funny because he was hamming it up so bad. He sucked so bad in this role that I was with you, Trina. I was like, kill this shit.
He played that over personality on the radio that I'm bigger than you are. And there was a lot of that, I think, in the 90s with local radio where bands were getting big and they were talked down upon. So I think that was kind of like a nod to that. But he gets his in the end where they were like, okay.
That wig he was wearing.
Did you say we suck? Say it one more time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
One more time.
He said, wait a minute. He said, say it again. Teddy fucking Ruxpin. Might as well have.
Right. Oh, good. Yeah. A lot of good parts in this one. Where it was, I had one of them written down. Alex Leeson. I mean, like shows up as the border guard. You know, I used to be in a band once. Yeah, with Rush. You know, like a band. And then
a band.
Then as they get through, he's like, "Oh, you're in a band. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, take off." And then McDowell shows up and he's like, "You got any weapons in the car?" "Yeah, a lot of weapons. All the weapons. They're all back in there. Welcome home, sir."
Welcome home.
Yeah.
It should have in the background. It should have been going.
Yeah.
My gosh.
That was fucking perfect. And think about this. This came out what 2009, so it's probably made in like 2008. Around there. God damn. It's so funny because like you're looking at like the clothes and stuff, like the wardrobe and like just the hair, like Joey with his little frosted tips and everything. It's like, oh
They
my
said
god.
Alice Cooper provided his entire wardrobe except for the red coat, the red jacket, because it was going to get cut in the end. Like they're going to split it down the back for the big reveal.
For his wings.
Yeah. That was pretty fucking. That was pretty funny. I like that scene, how it led into it. It was with them in the fucking minivan with the matching fucking like
sweaters,
Argyle sweaters. Oh my god!
Turned in their punk rock nature to go live as suburbanites.
Yeah,
so funny.
It was awful. You could see the hell like on their faces, and Joey's driving. He's got like the 1,000-yard stare, and he's like, "Oh, it's so great that we could see your mother again," and stuff like that. And you can tell they're both like bored out of their minds.
He's like, she's quite the bridge player.
I do like how they played it off as her just going, yes, like let's go back. Yeah, absolutely, let's go back.
Yeah, and like he hesitated for a minute, and then he was like, "Yeah, okay."
I will say, Joey was probably my least favorite character in the movie. I just didn't buy him as the leader of the band, and maybe that's the point. This is only the fourth time I've seen this, and I laugh myself silly every time. But everyone around him, especially Tyler, Paul Anthony, oh, he was great. He was so good. But we have to say, I don't know how they did it, but Malcom McDowell was in this little cheesy rock and roll horror comedy, whatever you want to call it. And man, he was awesome.
Yeah.
He was playing Dr. Loomis with a fucking eye patch.
Yeah.
This dude snuck in the club with a fucking crossbow.
He snuck out with a crossbow, telling the guard that he was afraid of the dark.
Yeah. I shot him 6 times, Sheriff. 6 times with a crossbow, Sheriff. I was at a concert.
You shot Hugo, you bastard.
You shot him. Hey, stop shooting if you can't see.
Why Hugo?
Oh my God.
I love how Hugo is just inexplicably covered in blood throughout the movie. Just random times. One of and afterwards, it's like more than one of them. You'll just see him. They're just walking around. They're sitting in the restaurant. Everybody's clean. Hugo's just covered in blood. It's like,
yeah. And then it's like oh, straighten up, pretend nothing's going wrong. They pan, and like everybody's all vamped out and all looking good. And there's Hugo chewing on his nails, covered in blood.
Yep.
Covered in blood. What? Why Hugo? I know it's Hugo's job.
Why Hugo? The homage, if you will, that they did, that little nod towards the White Fry with the fly scene in the bathroom when he was. I thought that I was like, nice job, guys. Thank you for that.
Yep.
A lot of throwbacks to the album covers.
The Beatles. I was gonna say I caught the Beatles one.
The Beatles. You got Pink Floyd. Children Are All Right.
The Who. The Kids Are All Right.
Blanket.
That was a great one.
The Kids Are All Right. Yep. The Who. I mean, why do I keep doing that? Yeah. And of course, the boss. Where, the American flag comes up, you get the handkerchief out of the pocket, quick hand around. No reason to do that other than
just an homage.
Yeah.
And that's funny because they had no reason to do any of those album covers, but they were hilarious every time you saw one.
Yeah. Oh.
So very cool. Very cool.
No, that I'm trying like I said, we talked about the set pieces, the wardrobe, the costuming, and everything was solid in this. We talked like the characters, like Joey was annoying. Like he was the most annoying character of the whole fucking movie. Like if you would have like just let Jessica and the rest of the band, like particularly the one guy, Tyler, Paul Anthony, him and the drummer guy was kind of just like he was there. Like they said,
he was happy to be along.
Yeah, we can find another drummer.
Be smoking. That's all he wanted.
Yep. Yeah. I love like the beginning, Dave Foley, the sleazy agent, and then all of a sudden he's back and he's dating his ex-girlfriend until he's not.
Yeah, because they're hot and now it makes money if I'm their manager. Yeah, it's one of those. Are you sleeping with my wife? Not if you're not okay with it.
Yeah,
I'm not okay with it. Okay, then I'm not. Go home.
Yeah, we're done. Get out.
Done.
Yep. And the callback because she fucking cracks him in the head with a beer bottle like she did Joey earlier.
So funny.
That was fantastic. Because as soon as she walked away, I was waiting for it. I'm like, yep, wham, fucking hits him. I'm like, there it is. There it is.
Yeah.
The guy's like, they had to do that again. That can't be a one-off because this is, the second time she's, ended a relationship in this movie. And the first time there's a beer bottle, which would lead me to believe there's going to be a second. And there was.
Yes.
And the payoff was there. It was worth it. It was worth it.
I did like this whole, like, you start off thinking that Alice Cooper is, he's the bartender. We saw him. And then, like, is he in this dude's head? Like, is he dreaming of him? And you get that moment of, like, are you real or are you in my head? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
like,
the answer
they're not mutually exclusive, obviously. And it's like, I'm something. I'm old school with the black wings, like, crossroads demon. That's what it sounds like, being a life of luxury or Satan himself. You're just signing your life away for it. And they were like, yeah, this sucks. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I love the fact that when he was talking about Queenie, he was like, "Oh yeah, he was like a 300-year-old vampire. I'm much older than that."
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm what you call old school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alice Cooper, his line delivery, everything in this, he was fucking great. He was dude was great.
Yep. Much better than Monster Dog, if you've ever seen that.
No.
No.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Okay. Ooh. Like,
Yeah.
I love Alice Cooper. I love the work that he's done. Oof.
Yeah.
That was a
Oh
rough
no. Oh
Yeah.
no.
I mean,
This-
this is a perfect movie to like, all right, like we're all gonna watch this and we're gonna riff this movie to shreds and have a good time doing it because it's so bad.
So bad. It was also filmed in that forgotten years for Alice.
Yeah.
So I still love it. I've seen it several times, but it's
He
bad.
wasn't coming off of a platinum record.
Have a good night, Jay, man. Thanks
Well-
for jumping in, brother. See you, man. Get some rest.
Thank you for coming,
Something
Jay. We appreciate you, sir.
Absolutely, bro.
Night,
Take care.
man.
Yeah, I'm looking at the other. There's who the hell else was there? Yeah. Then you had the subplot with Eddie Van Helsing and Danielle, which was like this running theme throughout the movie. He thinks that the vampire, he killed her, and I love how he's always like, it's like Scooby-Doo. He's like one step behind him.
Yeah.
At like every turn. Like Jessica's first kill in that convenience store with the clerk was fucking hilarious.
Oh,
the
dude, I
straw.
love that.
I loved it.
Yep, that was fantastic.
It's
That
the
was a
beginning
great
of
fucking
like
kill.
Hugo's gonna take you on this wild ride of poor Hugo for the next
Yeah.
bit
Yeah.
of this movie because he comes in, it's like, you drank a guy.
Yeah.
It's
And
not
she's trying
what
to
you
talk him
think.
down. He's like, you're gonna kill me. Why you?
Well, I like the fact that she's sucking the straw as he walks in. And she looks up and he's like, "You drank the guy." She's like, "It's not what you think."
How do you think?
So funny.
Yeah, they did.
I'm sick, Hugo.
She looked like
I'm an addict.
it was funny too. Yeah, she did because she was getting all her lips were getting all chapped. She looked all ashy and shit.
Yeah.
Like, yep, mommy needs her fix.
Yeah. Anybody
Oh.
got any more of those blood packets?
I love how she sticks a straw in and just uses them as a Capri Sun.
Yep.
And then
Oh,
poor Moby, poor
I
Beef.
never thought of the Capri Sun. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was the real stabbing action that needed that with the Capri. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's whew. And then poor Beef was
Oh.
like,
You
you
ate
deserve it,
beef.
bro. Like you're a dick. But like again, she used a straw. Oh,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that one. I was like, oh no,
oh,
oh no.
poor bastard.
Oh,
When
God.
Joey walked in and she was on the
Yep.
end of the arm, I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Now what you
"Ooh."
think?
That's rough.
yeah, that's there were the kills were so creative in this. Like they you got some gore, but it was more just like tongue-in-cheek humor with them.
Very
Yeah.
much.
Mhm.
Which it's a welcome change after some of the other movies we've watched to see it a little more lighthearted tone like that
you
with
got
it.
You got them feeding on both arms and a leg on the groupie.
Yeah,
And Frick comes in there and he's like, oh, you're still with us.
You're
How
still
you
with
doing?
us.
yeah.
I'm the manager of the band.
I'm the manager of the band.
Yeah.
I'm like, thanks for coming out.
He's like, don't I know you? You look familiar, I swear.
Love that. Oh, so you're still with us? Okay.
Yeah, I love how they're just gonna he comes in with the fucking hacksaw. He's just gonna cut her up right in the pool table. I'm like, shouldn't you do that somewhere else? It's not gonna stain. Like put plastic down. There's
He did come in and at least cover her with plastic.
yeah,
Don't know how well that worked.
right.
Right.
Not very well because he's covered in blood.
Yeah, every fucking time Hugo is covered in blood. Why
Yep.
Hugo?
And they're like, why are you covered in blood? And what was his excuse? Like, oh, you guys are just doing a lot of drugs or something like
Yeah.
that.
Right. Yeah. Well, it was that one point where he's like, how about you roll another? I'm approaching enlightenment. And
Yeah.
then, like, so Beef goes away and they roll another and they're waiting
Yeah.
for him. And they're like, what do we smoke? We hear screaming. Oh, man, I think we smoked PCP. Are we smoking PCP? And then they go in and see the bloodbath. We're definitely smoking
Look at
PCP.
PCP.
We definitely smoked it.
Oh, such a fun movie. Oh,
Yeah.
such a fun movie.
There were just so many little things throughout it. It just because they give you all that humor and then it gets serious, but then the transitions between actually worked for such
Yes.
an offbeat movie. There it really didn't like ever. I don't know. I don't think the two they never stepped on each other really throughout this to where you're like,
What do they got to
What
do?
if-
Well, they want to get better, so they got to go to the vampire that's responsible. So they're going to see Queenie, a 300-year-old vampire.
Yep.
And then they're all showing up like, we're just here to chill, man. And then Hugo's like, I can't tell a lie.
I gotta
He's
be.
like, piss himself.
He
What's
just
wrong with your
pisses
friend?
himself.
He's sick. He's not feeling good. He's Canadian.
He's French Canadian. He's French Canadian.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that Queenie buys it with a Gibson Flying V.
Yes. Perfect.
Oh, man.
That was a
fuck-
fantastic kill.
It was.
I love when Jessica gives the bottle of wine. She's like, we killed a homeless guy. We got it from a homeless guy. He's like said something about it being Italian. And he's like, I don't know. He didn't scream in an accent.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like they weren't draining him. He's like, hey, what's the matter you? Okay, this is definitely an Italian.
yeah.
All right, we've got it.
Oh.
Oh, fucking bite you fucking start biting his neck. He's like, Maron, what the fuck?
You're biting over here. You're supposed to bite over here.
Tone, they're biting them all wrong. Those vampires, Tone, look at them over there. They're biting them. What a bunch of bigot vampires, Tone. They're only coming after the Italians, Tone. I'm calling the fucking Italian fucking Anti-Defamation League, Tone, even though it's run by the mafia. Don't
It's
tell
a
them,
hate
Tone.
crime. I'm telling you.
It's a hate crime, Tone. I'm Michael Imperioli.
yeah,
My nose is bigger than Etep's.
It is humongous.
He does have a fucking schnoz. He's like Gonzo from the fucking Muppet Babies.
Yeah.
And I say that as somebody who's Toucan Sam. I mean, follow your nose.
It's hard not to.
It's hard not. Goddamn.
Oh,
It's like, how the fuck does the stream not start on time? Etep's nose is here a half hour early. Shit.
Damn.
every time I come on here, there's a point in the stream where I feel like you just broke me. I start laughing and I can't stop.
Usually about the time, it devolves into madness. It happens. But a man lean to say Etep's nose would be the tallest mountain in 27 to 50 states. God damn.
Oh. Is it true?
I think so. I think
That's
so.
not right.
I think so.
Listen, he can't help it.
Surgery would, but I'm not willing to look like a Beverly Hills housewife.
Go back to that movie. What was it? Steve Martin, Roxanne. He had the giant nose. You know, keep that man away from my cocaine.
What's the one he was carrying the fucking brain in the jar?
Oh,
Man
yeah.
with two brains.
Yeah, the man with two brains.
That's
Yeah.
I couldn't think of that. Fucking, I remember that goddamn movie. That was like one of the first movies I ever saw. I saw tits in as a kid. I was watching that with my dad. Whoop! You should have covered your eyes. I'm like,
That was our. Oh, cover your eyes. Well, it's pointless now.
yeah. At this point, it's all over. I mean,
Listen, I saw it for a half a second. This is enough. It's burning
That's
in my
enough.
brain.
It's there forever now.
I saw a side boob.
I forgot.
When Bernadette Peters fell, and he goes, well, they were a little lopsided. I didn't want her to wake up that way, or whatever the line was. Just so funny. Ugh.
There was, speaking of that, there was no nudity in this movie, was there?
There was
No.
not.
There wasn't.
No
There
boobs.
wasn't. That's
Okay.
yeah, it hasn't been. But there was none in was there some in the last? Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
New Year's Evil we watched last, right, Trina?
Yes.
Yeah, that was the last one that we watched
Yep.
together. Yes.
Yeah, New Year's Evil, and we had gratuitous boobs in that in the drive-in scene. It was
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
one scene. Yeah, when homeboy there tried to tried to murder that girl because he's like, the bikers were chasing him. He's dressed like a priest. But
Mhm.
yeah. Let's see. So no nudity in this. Which I mean, I didn't really expect it. It was. I think it was this R?
Good question.
R. Yeah, it was R. Okay. So they could have, but they didn't.
Could have put a boob in
They
it.
could have. They could have given us something. That's a bold strategy, Cotton. But you know what? Honestly, it didn't. It really didn't matter. The
This-
movie
It
was.
never adds anything to the movie.
Well, it does.
That's
It does.
not
go into this
necessarily
knowing-
true.
This is like 6 real music videos woven together with some sort of, like vampires.
Yes.
Whatever you think about vampires, the vampires.
Vampires and music.
One thing we did learn is you can slowly kill a vampire. Like, I guess, like you have to go all the way through the heart because a little
Yeah.
into the heart makes them like, All I
That
can
was
picture is-
great.
Held a conversation with them if you do that.
all I can picture is Nick Cage, like,
And then he stops. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like that between that and the Paul Rubens from Buffy and Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
Yes. Yeah.
I love you guys.
But it's those small little like gags like that I mean, look at yours. They still like stick out after that many years, I do. What do you think about the rewatchability of this? Like, this is the first time I've seen this.
I have seen this movie. This is my 4th time.
Okay, all right.
And I actually think it gets a little better. Because you start to pick up things you missed, kind of thing. And those little jokes that Chris was talking about become more prevalent. That's just me, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably throw this in again because mine was 3 times. I watched it twice before the show. I had seen it once before. So it's fun. I mean, it really is. The music, it's not great music, but it kind of flows with the goofiness of this movie that it works itself in there. And
There's a
it's
couple
Alice
of really
Cooper,
cool
man.
songs.
Yeah.
There is, but none of them
I think
belong
Alice
to
Cooper, man. Alice Cooper is a crossroad demon
Mhm.
pulling all the strings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, his wing reveal was pretty rad. That was
Oh,
It
yeah,
was
that
cool.
was cool.
Very cool.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah, I
And
would watch this again.
I was convinced he had something real with this movie other than like, listen, no credit, I'll be in it kind of thing. But I'll do whatever I can to help. That's kind of how it came off. And
yeah. Like I thought him and Iggy Pop were like great in this. Like we were talking
I
about
did.
Iggy earlier, like just Iggy's like line delivery and his like he had a good presence in this. I thought like I liked his character. I was kind of sad when he died. I mean, I could see it happening just based on the conversation they had at his house about the vampires and all that shit. And then he shows up, he gets mad. Yep, he moves his head. Oh, they move so fast, and he accidentally slits his fucking throat. It's like, yeah, you kind of seen that one coming,
And I did like the fact that it was an accident, and he actually felt bad for it.
and we had talked about this behind the scenes, the fact that Iggy Pop is your voice of reason.
Mhm.
Yeah, whoa,
Yep.
really? Like, he had great delivery as the guy that's like, bro, seen it all. Stop what you're doing. And then at the end, so this is what you're choosing? Just saying, you're a piece of shit. I'm not a piece of shit. Oh, I'm a piece of shit. Sorry.
Manliness says, I wonder if Alice taught Sunday school while he was filming this. I think he does teach a class at his church. That's cool.
That's cool.
Nice.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome.
and that's also part of the ministry of their after school program for kids. So yeah, it's a pretty cool thing he does.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's cool, man. I love learning little things like that about these, especially when they're like actually good people,
Mhm.
you know, and not like shitbags.
Yeah.
That's like the worst is like you become a fan of somebody and then you're like, oh God, like they're just a horrible fucking person.
Well, you look at LA and the amount of entertainers that
Mhm.
over the past few years, you're like, man, I wish I didn't know your politics.
Yeah, exactly.
doubt.
I really wish I
Yep.
could go back to just liking you as an actor, but now whatever. So, and you're seeing like these guys like Steve Gutenberg. Where the fuck's he been? I don't know, but he's helping the fire department out.
Yep.
You know, like
Mhm.
Yeah.
you're seeing that kind of thing coming out, and it's good to see the ones that truly give a shit. You know,
Mhm.
like
I
Do you
wonder if
mind if I share a screen real quick?
No, I wonder if anybody called Steve Gutenberg Mahoney.
right.
Well, you got
Go
it,
ahead.
Trina? Go ahead.
Yep, got it.
Okay.
This was what we were talking about earlier with the straw in the neck.
That's fantastic.
I
Was-
love it.
Yeah, that was a
Drank a
great
guy.
scene.
You drink a guy.
You drank a guy. Anyway, I just wanted to show that real quick because I saw that and I was like, oh, that's pretty funny.
That's a fantastic. That's a great fucking
funny.
T-shirt right there.
Oh,
It really
yeah.
is.
That is a great T-shirt.
It's not what you think.
Yeah.
Every time. It's not what you think.
It's never what you think.
No.
You're looking a little pale. Nah, I always look like this.
Yeah. You want a
No, I always
sandwich?
look like this.
You need to eat something. When's the last time you ate? What are you, my mother?
Yeah.
All right, I'll try Cal.
Did it work? Eh.
What should we score this? Should we score this one?
Why not?
All right, Trina, do you have anything else you want to go over with it? If you do, it's
No.
fine.
No, enough that I can think of.
Okay. Allan or Chris, whoever wants to start, go ahead.
Go ahead, Chris. You normally go first with us, so.
All right.
Well,
This
wait a minute
was
before
fun.
we do.
Oh.
You guys do 1 through 5 or 1 to 10?
1 through 5.
Okay.
1 through 5.
Yep.
Sounds good. All right. I saw what the Rotten Tomatoes, I saw what everybody else thought about it. Honestly, you're going in to see a goofy Alice Cooper type movie. He kind of took a chance on a director, writer, let the guy have free reign, it looks like, with the movie. But it's fun. It's goofy. It's a bunch of music smashed together that just, it takes you for a wild ride. So I had fun with it. No boobs in it. So no half point given. That's our rule. So I'm going to give this a solid 3. It's
Okay.
not terrible. Not terrible. It's not transcending media.
No.
But
No.
fun movie. Fun
Yeah.
movie.
Fair enough.
So the way we rate things is a 3 hits all the mark, right? In this case, 5 transcends, and 1 is a miserable dredge that makes me angry. I'm going to go a little bit above a 3. 3 being just, a good movie that hit all the marks because it did surprise me a little bit, and the comedy portion of it worked well. So I'm thinking for myself maybe 4.
Okay.
It's a low 4, 3.5 ish. But that's where I would be, is a 4 on this one. Is it perfect? Not by any means. Was it a lot of fun? Yes. Was it fun during a couple of viewings? Absolutely yes. That's the reason I'm saying 4.
Okay. All right. Trina.
Okay, so yeah, I think I'm gonna go with I think I'm gonna go with 4 as well.
Okay.
Yeah, same reason as Alan gave.
All right, I guess that just leaves myself then. This one, yeah, the comedy hit the beats. The horror stuff was cool. The gore effects were good. It was well acted. It was well acted for a low budget movie. It was very well acted. They played it straight. Yeah, the supporting cast, like I said, you have fucking one of the guys from Rush, Alex Lifeson from Rush in here.
You do have a hit list to rock and roll.
Yeah, I mean,
You really do.
it is a big homage to the genre, and I love rock. I used to work in a classic rock station. You know, it's my favorite genre of music. So yeah, I love. You know, it was fun. I enjoyed it. I think I'm gonna go a little bit higher than usual on this one. I'll go a 4 on this one.
Wow.
I did. I enjoyed this. I really did. It was goofy fun, and that's all it needed to be. Was just dumb fun. That's it. Just be a dumb fun movie.
Going into this knowing it was like $3.5 million for the movie for a budget, they knew going into this it was probably not going to make its money back.
Yeah,
at that rate, but had fun with it anyway. So
yeah.
And when they released it, didn't help either. Wasn't it like mid to early September?
September 11th, 2009.
Yeah.
not a good release day.
No, not at all.
No. I would have pushed this back a week.
Or marketing. Like the first thing they were like, we're gonna do it on September. Don't say the thing, dude.
No.
Yeah.
They should have, honestly, like this would have been a good October release.
It would have been.
It would have.
Absolutely.
It's a fun, think about it, like Halloween, you get a group of friends together. Hey, let's go have some drinks and go watch a goofy ass movie. Like,
hell yeah.
It's a perfect movie for that time of year. It really
Absolutely.
Well, what came out in October of 2009? Was it going to be going up against other?
Yeah, that's a good question.
is. Hang on, I got you. Let's see. October 2009 movie releases. Let's see. Wrong Turn 3, Saw 6,
Saw.
Paranormal Activity.
Stan Helsing, The Fourth Kind,
Toy Story 2.
Oh, there a bunch of big ones.
Cirque du Freak, The Vampire's Assistant. Yeah,
That was the first
another
Paranormal
vampire
Activity.
movie.
It was September 25th of 2009. That thing made its money back and then some.
What was that?
Paranormal Activity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a big one. It was like,
So that's
that was a
probably why.
shoestring budget.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that that's probably why they picked the date they did, honestly. I mean, I don't.
Do you want to know exactly why they did?
It's
Yeah.
Friday.
Zombieland. Zombieland.
Oh,
October
shit.
2nd, 2009.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
They be going up some heavy hitters.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah. Zombieland was
Makes sense.
those are two fun movies right there. Even
Both of them.
Even
Both
the
of
second
them.
one was good.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
I like how was it Luke Wilson was like Bizarro Woody Harrelson and that, yeah, that was good. So I was going through some VHSs out at Dad's house, and I found one in particular because I'm always bringing home VHS tapes because I've got a VCR, and I found one from it's on a I would go get it, but it's all I don't want to run upstairs and dig through the box. There's a bunch of boxes up there, but it's got Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning, and Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives on it.
Sweet.
I'm like, fuck, I watched this tape so many times. I'm like,
yeah.
I bet you it's on the boob scene on Nightmare on Elm Street 3 if I know myself as well as I think I do. It's Joey in the hospital room scene with the nurse.
Yeah, I found
the prime time.
I'm trying to do a little work in the studio here, just moving stuff around. I found my VHS player, and I'm like, oh, cool. I open up my horror bin. I've got Hellraiser. I had the first Scream. Looking through, I'm like, oh, and I found all right, so now I got to get this over here because the TV's up here, so I need more shelves. Shit.
Dude,
I got to hook up a damn VHS player.
That lot of I bought a big lot of VHS tapes. They were like basically $1 a piece, so I bought like 45, 50 of them. I got Hellraiser 1 and 2, and my wife and I throw like a huge Halloween party every year at our house, and so we were down in like the basement out here. I've got like 2 card tables set up and shit. We were down here playing euchre, and so I have the VCR going, and this is what we showed. We had we played Night of the Living Dead.
Nice.
Great.
Awesome.
Yeah, this is I fucking, and it's the 30th anniversary edition too.
Yep.
We played that one. We got Dawn, played Dawn of the Dead. And we ended it up with Poltergeist, which this is another fucking cool one.
Nice.
Good. I like that.
Yeah. So these were just some of them, but yeah, there was a ton of like horror tapes in there.
You know that Living Dead is in public domain.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, it's been. You can use anything from that you want. Like I've used that as I was using that as background like years ago when I would do just horror videos in October before I switched over to like a horror channel. Yeah, I was like, I need some copyright free. Fuck it, we'll use Night of the Living Dead again.
Yep. Trina, when you get a chance to, if you haven't, do some research on the whole tie-in of Night of the Living Dead and Return of the Living Dead and how they came to be. It's really, really neat.
Okay. I didn't know there was a tie-in.
Well, just a quick, Romero and his writing partner split, and they had a lawsuit. So Romero was able to use zombies and the Living Dead. His partner kept the Living Dead part. So that's the reason why every remake after that was the Living Dead was not part of it. Dawn of the Dead.
Oh yeah.
Right.
The living part was left out.
Yeah, the living part was left out.
That was the.
Okay.
It's neat. It's really a neat story, behind the scenes story.
Cool.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Good stuff.
What was
movies?
The guy he was the first zombie in the Romero Night of the Living Dead. He did that other zombie movie. What the fuck was that called? Remember, he was the same, basically the same zombie in that one. Shit, I can't think of the name of it. I saw like Joe Blow did a video on it. I was like, no shit, like I never knew that. Like this guy went out, him and somebody else, and they did a whole fucking other like zombie movie, and he basically played the same fucking character.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah, just one of those like just little Johnny Carson wacky wild stuff.
So for those of you who are in the chat room tonight, if you're as big as an Alice Cooper fan as this room is, and you have not seen Dark Shadows, one of the best jokes about Alice Cooper ever is in the movie Dark Shadows. You should watch it just for the joke. Have you seen it, Etep?
I haven't.
No.
I've never. I watched the old TV show. I remember watching that with my mom, like because her and my dad
it was great
at one point. Like, but I don't. I mean, I barely remember it.
So Johnny Depp is the lead vampire, right?
Oh yeah,
And,
that movie. Yeah.
Having this big party at his house, and Alice Cooper's band is playing, and he goes, "That Alice woman is the ugliest woman I've ever seen." It's delivered so spot on.
Yeah, because he kind of does. Like, yeah, he does kind of. His face kind of looks like an old woman.
It's just funny. It's the ugliest woman I've ever seen.
He's the fucking. You put a fucking a babushka on him, he'd look like the Baba Yaga.
Yeah.
The fucking Baba Yaga coming for you. And
Shit.
It's like fucking like D. Snyder. Right. Looks like ooh. It's like, God damn.
Strange line.
Anyway.
Got a mop on his head. Fucking, we're not gonna take it. Well, you should have at some point. I don't know.
I don't know. Oh, so funny.
What the fuck was he? He was in a horror movie too.
Strangeland.
Strangeland. Yep.
He made that movie.
You did? Was that the one he made? I never
Yeah.
seen that. I
After
haven't
that,
seen
it was kind of like, wow, you're weird, son.
that.
Like,
Who
that was
could
a
have?
crazy movie. Like, I
Who
give you
could have
props. You can
foreseen?
make a movie, but man, something going on.
I'll have to check that one out. Let's fuck it. Let's.
It's body horror,
Okay.
straight body horror. Yeah,
All
he's all into the native primitive type piercings and passage through pain
Okay.
kind of person.
All right.
Wild body horror though.
I
Straight-
tried. I couldn't get through it.
No.
Yeah, it's
And it wasn't that I couldn't get through it because it like grossed me out. I
Mhm.
was just like, this is a waste of my life. I'm walking away now.
This
I
ain't
get
it.
it.
He's
I'm
like,
gonna
this ain't
look
it.
at this whole movie and go, ooh, oh, dude,
Ah,
really?
that's my nipple. No.
Please don't. Please don't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
no
get
doubt.
it.
As long as it's not as bad as either of the Hostel movies I saw. You know?
No, I wouldn't say it's
Okay.
It was pre-Hostel, so I remember coming out and people being like, I can't believe they're showing it, and then watching it and going, okay, it's bad, but it ain't that bad. Like it's Hostel was like, oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, we not only did we go
We
there,
did
we
it.
liked it.
Yeah. We're gonna
No,
make a
no,
sequel
thank
and
you.
do it again.
I saw the first one in the theater. Yeah, I did. I went to see the first one in the theater.
Oof.
And then the second one I watched when it came out on DVD. And I'm like, why am I watching a sequel to this?
Yeah,
Like, it's the same movie, except they use women.
yeah.
What's the line
Um,
between horror and snuff film?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
They
I'm not
were
sure.
tight roping that bitch like an NFL wide receiver trying to
Yeah.
make a fucking catch. Like it was like,
Tiptoe.
yeah.
So I think if I remember correctly, last week you at one point you mentioned that you have not seen All Hallows Eve yet.
No, the first
Don't.
why? I
It's going
haven't.
Come on,
It's
listen,
going to
listen,
ruin
I
your
stand by the
idea
fact that-
of Art the Clown.
we got art here.
Nice. I like
Yeah,
it.
Art the Clown's great.
It's
but
his origin
that movie
story.
is
If not for that,
horrible.
like, there's no reason to watch it. But
Yep.
you see Art show up for the first time, and it's great. So I'm a fan. This is the Ice Nine Kills collab shirt my kid got me. So
Okay.
I'm
I
a
say
fan of that
this.
craziness.
Watch it up until the point that you see Art for the first time, because that first scene with him is great.
Mhm.
The rest of the movie is straight downhill.
Yeah, it's a collection,
Yep.
and you usually have a good 3 movies in it, right? Like
Yeah.
stories. The middle story, you're like, what's going on here? What's this shit? And
Well,
if you
let me
watch
put
it,
it
you'll
to
know
you
what we're
this
talking
way.
about.
Of our 51 movies on our shit list, it's number 51.
Wow.
It's
The
a little rough.
movie Return to Horror High is rated higher than All Hallows Eve. That's all I got to say.
Trina hates Terrifier.
I saw the first one and I'm all set.
I'm with
Yeah,
you, Trina.
well, if you see the first one, it's just different ways.
Yep.
I mean, and
More
a couple
brutal.
of extra characters,
Dude, the
and the
second,
Christmas one.
I went to the third one in the theater. Like I went to see
I
that.
wanted to just because.
I hadn't seen the other ones in the theater because I just started watching them late last year. Like
Right.
one of our guests was like, "Hey," he goes, "You know," I was like, "Yeah, what the fuck?" So we watched the second one because I just watched the first one. We watched the second one, did a Patreon commentary of it,
Right.
and I had to look away during part of that bedroom scene. It was fucking brutal. I made a short out of it. I had to blur the fucking image because we were watching it. I had to blur it out for YouTube. But you just hear me like, oh, I turned my screen off. I'm like, oh God.
Oh,
Oh.
God. Oh
Ew.
my God.
There's videos on the internet of people going, I took my family to see Terrifier. I told them it was going to be a family movie. I'm like, first of all, your family's dumb and deserve everything that happens after this. And then like people in the theater going, oh. That's what it is. I mean,
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I watch it like that too. I'm like, oh Jesus.
Yep.
Oh God.
The third one was fucking great because there was like 8 people in there. It was like a Sunday night 9:30 show I went to, and yeah, it was like the guy behind me, his girlfriend, he was fucking wasted, so he's kind of cracking jokes the whole movie. You know, it was like I had a good time with it. Like I said, I enjoyed it. I like the character. I might actually do that for Halloween this year. I might do an Art the Clown.
He's a good character. They hit the mark, man. Art the Clown just works. It just works. The fact he does not speak and sticks to it. It's just
yeah, dude. Damien Leone fucking gold mined that shit. Like that was because he's gonna do, the 4th one is confirmed now. So they're probably gonna do like what, 2 more? They'll do 4 and 5.
I heard 5.
Yeah.
Because he said like after 5 you're pushing it.
Yep.
And because they reference like the greats, Jason and Freddie, and like
I'm
you
just
gotta be a
letting them
certain
talk.
caliber.
Okay, I was gonna say, Trina, do you agree with me that 1 was enough?
Yeah, I don't understand
fair.
it.
That's fair.
I like
everybody
art.
needs a Christmas clown. Not
Yep.
everybody.
I do like art. I think the whole silent clown thing is really cool.
Yep,
I just think they just take it a little too far, but that's just me.
same. That's how I felt about it.
Yeah, manliness has got it. Part 8, Art Takes Manhattan.
Right? That might be.
Hey, I'm holding off for Art in space.
It's the one,
you get
and then
Terrifier X. It's off, man. All bets are off.
I'm waiting. We've already had the Dream Child. Art's head was reborn already, so we've had that one.
It happens, yeah.
Part 8 is the one where Art actually talks, and that like totally ruins the franchise, and all the fans are pissed about it.
He sits over there and opens up his like bag, and he gives them the look, and he pulls out the knife and gives them the look, and then he's like, "Why are you still here?
Because you know
Why
what's
haven't
going
you
to
started
happen by
running?"
now.
Why are you
8
watching
of these
this?
things?
Why are you watching this?
What's wrong with you people?
How many people do I have to mutilate before you sick bastard stop coming to the
know what's
theater?
coming, and you're still here.
Hold on.
You deserve this.
They do it like the end of Ferris Bueller. He comes walking out of the bathroom in a bathroom, and he goes, "Why are you still here?
Why are you still
We've done this enough already."
You know what's gonna happen. Come on.
Wow, that's so funny.
I think we both know how this ends.
Yeah, no doubt. I love it. Art talks with Mike Tyson's voice. Why are you still here? Still.
That's right. I'm gonna cut you up like Robin. I'm gonna go O.J. Simpson on you. Do you understand? I'm not saying he did it, but if he did,
Stop it.
Just
Stop it, you.
Stop
it.
Jesus.
Anyway.
I just bought an O.J. Simpson jersey. I wear that. I'm gonna wear that to teach gym on Friday.
Doesn't quite fit.
It does not fit. I must have quit. Next is like I said, I'm ordering 5 NFL jerseys. I call it Murderer's Row. You got O.J. Simpson.
Oh,
Next is number 87, Carolina Panthers wide receiver Ray Caruth. Ray Caruth, for those of you the uninitiated, and please don't think less of me for buying these, but Ray Caruth hired a hitman to take out his pregnant fiance and then hid in the trunk of a car in Nashville, which is about 200 miles from Charlotte.
Yeah, he ran.
Milliness has an addition to it.
Aaron Hernandez is already on the list, bro. He's on there. Number 81, New England Patriots, Aaron Hernandez. Then you got Ray Lewis. Ray, we know Lewis. You did it. We know you did it, Ray.
Come on,
Ray Lewis. And then the most obscure is Eric Naposki, the Indianapolis Colts. He killed a guy and tried to file an insurance claim.
Oh shit.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So that's my 5 right there.
Murderer and fraud. Jeez.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's a wild jersey collection, dude. I'm not gonna lie, that's cool.
No.
Yep. I ordered these from this fucking lady, and like I paid like what $50 for that. It's like a authentic, like you'd buy it in the store at the stadium. Right. like for a third of the price. So yeah.
Oh yeah, because you want to buy this Aaron Hernandez jersey? Yes, I do.
Yes, I do. As a matter
Yeah.
of fact,
Yes, I do. And there's a reason for that.
it was funny. I walked past somebody the other day and they were wearing a Ray Lewis jersey. I was like, ha, nice. I was like, it's too bad I'm not wearing OJ. I'd be like, what's up, bro?
Like that Spider-Man meme where they're pointing at each other.
Oh, yeah.
It's either that or Leo in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where he's like, oh, he's pointing at the TV.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh my God. and it's 2025 now, and Crystal Lake is supposed to come out this October. Supposedly they're shooting in Australia, I believe.
Yep.
Caleb Kane is the new showrunner. I'm like I said, cautiously optimistic. I was really looking forward to Brian Fuller's vision on this because they were guaranteed 2 seasons with an option for 4 if the first 2 went well, and he was going to redo each one of the first 4 movies over the course of 4 seasons.
So you want to hear something that's funny about this conversation? We were here a year ago, and this same conversation
Were we talking about that?
That we were still looking forward to it, and it's still not out.
Well, at that point though, they had just fired him and they hadn't come public with why he had left. And then, like I said, I did a video on it like November of 2023 when all these sexual misconduct allegations against Fuller from the Sam Weinman on the Queer for Fear show for AMC. That's where it all came from. And nobody was talking about it. And I'm like, the fucking Deadline released the fucking article. Nobody's talking about it.
Right.
You know, and then here it is, all like 6 months later, it kind of all surfaced, and because all the other trades picked it up, and here it's like the show's in limbo, and then I was just like, man, fuck, we're never gonna get any. But then the good thing is you still have like Womp Stomp Productions doing some of the best Friday the 13th fan films like out there. If you've ever seen like Never Hike Alone 1 and 2 or Never Hike
Alone was fun. I thought that was fun.
And they get Tom Matthews in it, which is fucking just amazing. And Vincent Gustafaro plays Deputy Rick, except he's the sheriff in the other one, the second one,
right?
Which was fucking cool. They did a excellent job with those. I was, as a Friday the 13th fan, I'm like, I really wish they would let these guys make a big budget movie if it was possible. Like, I think they could really bring a great new take, you know what I mean? Like just based off what they've done.
I think what it is we're seeing in Hollywood is that the people that are not there are coming up with these great stories where Hollywood is stuck in this. Well, let's take this story and we can tweak it, or we can reboot it. It's been 40 years. Who's going to care?
Yep.
A lot of us care. Stop remaking movies, man. The never-ending story. We saw the second one. Don't do it. So, and you have these fans that are out there going, hey, here's a fresh idea. I thought about this. I'm a fan. And it makes sense. Like, give that dude $10 million, say, make a movie. That guy be like, I don't need that much, but I'll do it, and make something beautiful.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's what you get with these fan films is their passion projects. These people are pouring their heart, their soul, whatever resources they can crowdfund or, get together, family and friends. That's like that Deer Camp 86 movie we reviewed, Trina. That one that was filmed in West Michigan. It was all like, hey, this guy I know has got property. There's a cabin there. Hey, they got this vehicle, or we can use this bar. That's how the whole movie came together. And I love that, especially in the horror genre, because it looks so good. It's like a chef's kiss when it all comes together, if it's done right,
Yep. And sometimes even when it's not done right,
it's still fun.
If they know that they have the limitation and they don't have the right cameras and lighting, but they lean into it.
Yep.
Man, it's beautiful.
You put love into it.
It is absolutely beautiful.
That actual love into it. We can see it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's possible. So
Yep. It does. It comes across well on the screen. Like you said, when you put that love in there, just mix that pot up, and yeah, you just let that shit cook. Yeah. Then there's a lot of B movies that were panned at their time of release, and they've gained cult followings over the years.
Yep.
So, you know, it's like it's to, you know, that's a cliche, but it's like, you know, laughing at the ugly girl, you know, in high school, and then you see her a couple of years later, and she's, you know, absolute, you know, she's a doctor and she's gorgeous and all this shit. And you're like, well, you know, that's what these movies turn out to be. You know, they're the ones that they stand the test of time.
I'm on TikTok a lot, swiping through, try to post when I can. But you see this younger generation watching the things that we grew up with, and talking about it with passion. And it's, yes, that's what it is. You know, it's that passion. It's great to see a younger generation, you know, appreciating what we do.
When I hear a 20-something talking about John Carpenter's The Thing, it makes me so happy. It's so happy. You know, and I'm like, I'm the old guy that in the room that goes, hey, if you want some behind the scenes info, come on, I got some stuff for you.
Yeah.
And that is such a great movie. You talk about an entire movie that like once it kicks in, there's just the overarching sense of dread that's just omnipresent through the entire
isolated.
Yeah, that
There's
isolation,
nowhere
or
to run to. Death is around every corner, whether it's whatever that is or the freezing cold.
Yeah. So Chris and I fell across a story called what was it called, Chris? The Things.
The Things. Yeah,
The Things. And it's a short story. You can
check out the audiobook on YouTube.
And it's the whole movie from the aliens' point of view. It's cool. Really neat.
Interesting.
Super neat.
Cool.
And you get that feel of millennia old thing that's slowly being torn apart into pieces. It's a cool take on it. The guy that does it on YouTube, I forget his name. The guy wrote it. He was like, "Hey, can I do a YouTube thing where I read it?" And the guy was like, "Yeah, go ahead." And so it's all licensed for him to do. So, and it's really neat.
It's super neat. It's super neat.
Yeah, it goes right with the movie too. With everything that happens in the movie, the Things take on that specific point.
Yeah,
I just wrote it down. I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah,
it's really fun.
Really
fun.
like an audio
hour and a half read, something like that. Like it's like a podcast. You can listen to it like a podcast.
And that's what I did. I listened to it like to and from work, like over a couple of days, and absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
Yep. So, I hate to do this, but 5:15 comes awful early in the morning.
No, that's fine. That's fine. We can kind of wrap it up here. So, guys, go ahead and give your outros.
Chris,
you can go to bio.link/graverev, and that'll take you to all of our socials: TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, X, Twix, as we like to call it, and our merch store. Grave Reviews Thursdays live 8 p.m. Love to see you there. Be part of the Talking Dead. Etep, thanks for having us on.
Absolutely,
for me, Chris, and stay spooky, friends. I'll throw it over to Ellen.
So, if you get a chance to stop by Thursday night at 8:00 at easiest way to find us at Thursday Night Frights will bring you straight to us. We are going to be talking about 2024's Cuckoo. I know that Trina didn't care for it, but I'm going to tell you, I have feelings about this movie. So stop by, say hello, and join us in the chat. Be a member of the Talking Dead simply by showing up. And as we always like to say as we're signing off, until we have the opportunity to see you again, may all your nightmares be groovy. Have a great night, everybody.
Thank you. Trina?
Awesome. Yeah, I just want to thank Chris and Allan for being with us. This was a blast. And yeah, you guys, you know where I am. You can catch me at Real Horror here on YouTube. And tomorrow night, Vinny and I will be reviewing the Hannibal TV series at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then Thursdays we do Collectible Past on Tommy's channel and Vinny's channel at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And Sundays I'm not going to forget this time, Vinny. Sundays we've been reviewing the Netflix show based on League of Legends, Arcane. We've been reviewing that on Vinny's show on Vinny's channel at 8 p.m. Eastern on Vinnieart's channel. And yeah, that's about it for me. This was a blast. I had a lot of fun. Wouldn't have known this movie if it weren't for you guys. So thank you for that.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
And yeah, everybody have a great night. But before that, throwing it over to Etep.
Thank you, Trina, and thank you, Allan and Chris, for joining us. And I promise it will not be another year before you're back on. It'll be much sooner. But you can catch me tomorrow night around 9 o'clock after I drag my old carcass back from wrestling camp.
Good luck,
in.
man.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Yeah, we're closing in January 25th. I'll be debuting at Super Shogun Dark in a probably the opening match on the card, which I volunteered to work in my new Jason Voorhees gimmick. It'll be Etep Okuian from Manhattan, or it's from Camp Crystal Lake, New Jersey, by way of Manhattan. And yeah, so we'll be have the logo on my singlet, and the whole hockey mask will be decked out with we'll have the gimmicks done.
Love it.
Yes.
Yeah, coming down to the ring to Alice Cooper, the man behind the mask. Yeah, I'm excited and nervous. So I get to work another practice match tomorrow night. Like I said, my goal is to just not almost throw up again. So yeah,
Good goal, dude.
yeah. It is. But Thursday night, you can catch me on the Awful Wrestling Podcast with my tag team partner, James Dillinger, Cody, and I believe we have a special guest this week, but I'm not sure yet. That's 11:30 Eastern on Thursday night, which is fantastic because then I have to teach gym on Friday morning. But that's it for me and the rest of the crew, gang. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Thank you to all our Patreon backers, our brain busters over there, and our channel members on YouTube, our Harvey Wakuian producer tier members, and our Kazooians as well. I'm Etep from Wrestling with Horror for Mrs. Co-host Trina, Allan and Chris from Grave Reviews, signing out. Have a great day, pleasant tomorrow. We'll catch you on the next one. And remember, it's always better to burn out than fade away.